student, welcome again to my channel M Education. Here we are going to discuss about comparative advantage theory. In previous video we have discussed absolute advantage theory by classical. Now in this video we are going to discuss about comparative advantage theory presented by Recardo and Robert Torrens, also known as comparative cost theory. If a nation, this theory said that if a nation has absolute advantage in both commodities while the other nation has absolute disadvantage in both the commodities, then trade would be beneficial. As we know that in absolute advantage theory, if a country has absolute advantage in one goods and absolute disadvantage in one good, then he has export those goods who have absolute advantage. But in comparative cost theory, a country has absolute advantage in both commodities, not in one commodity. According to Ricardo, the advanced country is said to be have an comparative advantage in the commodity in which that nation uh, degree of specialty is higher, and the comparative disadvantage in the commodity in which its degree of specialty is lower relative to developing countries. The developing nation is said to have comparative advantage in the commodity in which a degree of inefficiency or inferiority is lower, and comparative disadvantage in which its degree of inferiority is higher relative to demand advanced country. So advanced country efficient production of both commodity, absolute advantage in both commodity, and advanced advantage the advanced country comparative advantage, comparative disadvantage, the degree of superiority and degree of superiority is low, and developing country has done comparative advantage, degree of inferiority is less, and comparative disadvantage, degree of inferiority is more. Basis of trade, degree of superiority plus degree of inferiority. This is the formula for basis of trade. For example, suppose USA has make 4 unit of food and 8 unit of clothing, and UK is 1 and 6. As we say that USA has comparative absolute advantage in both commodities, food and clothing. USA has comparative advantage in the production of food and comparative disadvantage in the production of clothing. As you can see that difference between 4 and 1 is more than 8 and 6, as 4 over 1 equal to 4 and 8 over 6 cloth is equal to 1.33, and here we can see that 4 is greater than 1.33. And comparison of absolute advantage and comparison comparative disadvantage, degree of superiority in food and degree of superiority in clothing. UK has comparative disadvantage in clothing and comparative disadvantage in food is 1 over 4 less than 3 over 4, and 0.25 is less than 0.75. Degree of superiority in food and less than degree of clothing inferiority. Here degree of inferiority in food is greater than degree of inferiority in clothing, and comparative disadvantage in food and comparative advantage in clothing. And so special cases, equal advantage, no comparative, no trade advantage. This is the main point, that if a country has no equal advantage in both goods, if UK has produced 4 unit and USA produced 4 unit, then there is no possibility of trade. Here we can say that if Pakistan producing 6 unit of wheat, 8 unit of clothing, Iran is producing 3 and 4, then we have compared this and 2 equal to 2. Free trade is mutually beneficial if and only if comparative advantage exists. If not, then there is no basis of trade. And this is the special case in which neither country has comparative advantage in any commodity. Note is if this condition have gains saving of 1 over 2 day or unit of labor is equal to 12 cloth minus 8 C4C. So this is the whole case. I hope you understand the whole theory of comparative advantage. And if you like our video, then please subscribe to our channel, because in next video we are going to discuss about opportunity cost theory. Thanks for watching.